Hi, I'm making this video in reference to Micheal Richards, his comments that he made at his comedy show, and his apology that he made on the David Letterman show, and quite a few of the comments that I've read on YouTube. And I believe all of those together, and especially from the comments that I'm reading on YouTube, seems to be like, although racism was showed at its strongest point, a lot of people still want to, basically say that it doesn't exist. And his comments were just anger and emotions, which they were, but it was all anger and emotions, and that it wasn't racism. And I feel that anything that is said or has been said are feelings that are in your heart, you know, and I believe what he said was racism, and he is racist. And racism still exists and is very strong. The only difference is between now and, let's say, the 1960s or 1970s, is that a lot of people's comments and the things that they feel are only said between friends and family in the confines of their own home, and not um, their views aren't really publicized. And I think that's the case for Micheal Richards. I think what he said is how he truly feels, and it made its way through his comedy act. Whether he got outraged for being heckled or he thought he was being funny, because obviously I know that wasn't the whole clip and the whole act of everything that was done. But to read the comments on YouTube and to see that everyone, well, excuse me, not everyone, but quite a few people are saying that, okay, he was just speaking out of anger, he's not a racist. I believe they're wrong, and I believe that you guys are ignorant to believe that that wasn't racism at its truest form. And should Micheal Richards be forgiven? Yes, definitely should be forgiven. Should we, you know, really talk about this more than it needs to be? Probably not, but I think it should be addressed, and I just would like for everybody to realize that what he said, just proves how strong racism still is in society, and why everybody wants to ignore it. I don't know. I really don't, and I'm not just saying this because I'm a black man. I do think the race card is played too much in a lot of circumstances, but in this situation, it's evident. And his apology on the David Letterman show, I guess I can give him some props, for making it, but I really don't believe it was 100% genuine. I feel that he was more so apologizing because now he realized that there's going to be a lot of repercussions for what he said. You know, everything that he said, that, wow, now I'm about to pay for it. And I don't want to lose my career. I don't want to lose my livelihood. So I should apologize. I really don't feel that, you know, he would have apologized if these comments were said in the confines of his own home. The exact same thing. Yeah, he may have been angry when he said it, but sometimes the truth comes out when you're angry. You know, when you speak out of anger, that's what you're subject to do. Let all the truth come out. So I can forgive him, for what he said, and move on and not keep any hate in my heart towards him. But at the same time, I would like for everybody to realize that that is racism. You can't say those things with that much confidence and that much boldness and not be serious about it. You know, yeah, he says he's sorry, but that still doesn't negate the fact that it exists. And for people to want to feel that he wasn't being racist and he was just speaking out of anger, I feel that you guys are wrong. Racism in this whole world still exists. if it didn't, it wouldn't be affirmative action. It wouldn't be scholarships made to certain races. You know, it just wouldn't. And it's just an ongoing thing that I wish would end. But I'm gonna be bold enough to say that it's not only whites, it's blacks, it's Mexicans, it's Asians. It exists in every race on this world. And my career field is in sales, and I talk to numerous people every day, and I go out and I try to help them find what they're looking for, and I get a lot of blacks and minorities in general that's like, well, you know what? I'd rather give you my business because you're black. And although I appreciate their business, I'd rather them say, hey, I'm giving you your business because I believe that you really can help me. Or I appreciate that you helped me. Not, I'm giving you my business because you're black. And I'm able to acknowledge that it exists. You know, I just would like for everybody else to, because, like just like the 12 step programs, the first way to get over whatever is conflicting you is for one to acknowledge it, and then you can grow and move on. And a lot of ways, I'm glad that what happened with Micheal Richards and his comedy stand up happened, because it, to me, it kind of gave a chance for more eyes to be open on what's really going on in this world. It, I wish that a lot of things would be different, but the fact of the matter is not. And I think for us to grow, we have to acknowledge the case for what it truly is. I forgive Micheal Richards. What he said was really outlandish, really hurtful. It may have been provoked, but nevertheless, he should have been able to say what he needed to say without turning it into racism. I forgive him. I hope everyone else would, black, white, all races, whoever was offended by it. But I also think that we should acknowledge the fact that, hey, racism exists. We need to do something about it, and we just need to grow the hell up. Thank you, YouTube. God bless.